What's up, guys? It's your boy Email Mentor back with another video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you care. So today we're gonna be talking about Katy Perry's Lifetime, her new single. It came out last Friday, but I didn't have time to kind of like review it or react to it. So I'm gonna talk about it today. I'm gonna talk about it today. I have a lot to say, so I'm gonna try to say a lot within a short time, just so this video is not too long. Um, and shout out to, first of all, before we get into everything, shout out to Katy Perry. She's getting the Vanguard Award, the MJ Michael Jackson Vanguard Award at the VMAs. You know, it's been received. I mean, it's been received by Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Pink, Missy Elliott, Beyonce, Justin Timberlake, Hype Williams, Britney Spears, Kanye West. The list goes on. Like, you know, Jennifer Lopez, a lot of like icons and people who are iconic. I think I said Rihanna too. So yeah, so shout out to her for being amongst those iconic people. She definitely deserves, when it comes to the 2010s, the visuals for 2010s. She's definitely is that girl when it comes to like cinematography, um, videography. Like, that's her lane. She definitely understands that. She's great art direction, great videos. Like when it comes, like, she might not be an innovative artist in general, but when it comes to her visuals, she's kind of innovative. She took it to another level. Especially like the whole Teenage Dream era alone can get her a Vanguard Award. Like, or it's justified for Vanguard. Let alone like if you go to like the era from like the eras from One of the Boys, and you go to even Witness has some good visuals too. Like Swish Swish and Change to the Rhythm was good visuals. Bon Appetit was a good visual too. Um, but what you gonna call it? What you gonna call it? What I wanted to say. But even like yeah, like Prism was, you know, had great visuals. Raw and Dark Horse were great videos too. So like she has so many amazing videos in her career. Woman's World, as much as y'all say that's a trash record and y'all trash that record, Woman's World has some good. It was a great visual too. So Katy Perry definitely deserves that. So shout out to her for that Vanguard Award, especially named after MJ. Like, you iconic girl, and that's what brings to my next point. Like, first of all, by the way, I love Lifetimes. That's about, just get that out the way. I love Lifetimes is about. I would just say it's repetitive, but it's about. I love the song. Basic video. The video's very basic. Kind of her just twirling around and parading around town, but you know, not as good as Women's World visually. But the song wise is better. It's a better song than Women's World, and I like the song's a bop. And I wish she had more verses because it's a little bit more repetitive. Like, but you know, that's another story. But it's a good song. I love Lifetimes. Bop, 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 bop. I've been listening to it since it came out. I love that sound for Katy Perry, and I just love that sound in general. But I'll get into that a little bit more after too. But let me just say this too. I don't know what it is. Like, I was saying that in my Gaga and Bruno video that I did do. If y'all did want to check my Gaga and Bruno video that I did for Die with a Smile, to just drop a new single together. So check that out. Check their song out. Check my video out. Whatever. But I was saying like Gaga and like Katy and like Nicki and Drake and Kendrick and Kesha and Beyonce and Rihanna and like Kanye and like Big Sean, like all of these artists, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even Wayne, like in my Usher, Chris Brown, these are all iconic people. Justin Bieber, you know what I'm saying? Like J Lo, Pitbull, like iconic figures, you know what I'm saying, in pop music or in like rap and popular culture. You know, these are people I grew up in the 2010s, especially like the Katys, the Gagas, the Nickies, the Rihannas, the Drakes, the Kendrick, the Beyonces, the Rihanna. You know, like I grew up with those people, like the Keshas, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, prominent figures for the 2010s. Like they define pop music. Eminem had an era too. There, you know, The Weeknd, Bruno, like, you know, iconic people. So like Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like the list goes on and on. But like these are people who are iconic figures. So to see like somebody like a Katy Perry, like just kind of have this, like, I know people have like a lot of artists can have like a decline. They could become legacy acts. They have fall off eras. They have flop eras. Like I would say, Smile, Witness were her flop eras. Especially with Smile. Smiles didn't have no big record. I think Never Really Over was probably on Smile maybe, but not did okay, but that wasn't really a big hit. At least Witness, y'all say that's where her flop and people don't care about her era started from, but at least she had Swish Swish. That was a big record. It didn't go top 10, but the video was huge. It has over like 200 million views on YouTube with Nicki. That was at the VMAs. She hosted the VMAs that year. You know, and Change to the Rhythm went top 10. I know that for a fact. And Bon Appetit did good. She had Migos on there, and they were hot that year. Coming off of that and Bougie, you know what I'm saying? Like that. So like she still had like the girls were still tuned in, but it just wasn't as big as like the Raw and the Dark Horses and the Teenage Dreams and the California Girls, TGIF and ET and all of this and all of that and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just, it wasn't that, but it was still big enough. It was still decent for a Katy Perry era, but she just wasn't the biggest thing of that year. You know, we had Kendrick, we had Who else big that? Kendrick had Damn, that was huge. Bruno Mars had That's What I Like, and that was kind of doing really well in 2017. Rihanna had Love on the Brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's DJ kind of had Wild Thoughts. Like, so Katy Perry was here, but she wasn't the face. And we had Cardi B had Bodak Yellow that year. You know what I'm saying? 2017 was a good year for music. Migos was taking the world by storm. With there was you know on their little run too. So yeah, so she wasn't the biggest thing, but she was definitely here though. That era was kind of like the Catherine. I'm not Katy Perry no more. I'm Catherine Elizabeth Hudson. You know what I'm saying? Like it was given that the camp hippie girl pop anthem over that. I'll give it a little bit of that, but I'm kind of just trying to be different. Be I don't know. And I feel like y'all said I feel like people want Katy Perry to do something different. That's what I keep hearing. That's like the criticism. But I feel like Katy Perry has tried to do things different. Like not for nothing. Like Witness was a different era. Like it wasn't like completely different. But like in her interviews, the haircut, and I like the way she marketed herself. But like I said, not being Catherine. I mean, not being Katie, but being Catherine Elizabeth Hudson, and just being different and doing what she wants to do and being a little bit more different and trying to be a little bit more grown up. Y'all didn't like that. Y'all still wanted more of the, you know, uh, I got the eye on the desire. You make me feel like I'm living up. Y'all still one of those anthems and those like hippie camp videos, and she was still giving good visuals because, like I said, Swish Swish video was good, and it was, and Swish Swish was good too. And Tunes to the Rhythm was good, but Bon Appetit was good, but like y'all wanted her to kind of like be so camp and so Katy Perry because she had took a 4 year break from prison to Witness was like a 4 year break, and I don't know why she took that long break, but she did, and she came back and y'all was missing Katy. So and within those years, Taylor Swift had became like one of the biggest pop stars in the world. With 1989, and she had Just Drive Reputation around that same time too. Well, maybe a little bit after Katy Perry's, but we had to Look What You Made Me Do, and Katy Perry was. I mean, Taylor Swift was huge at that time, and Ariana Grande too had The Dangerous Woman and My Everythings, and she was able to put out big records and become like a household name in pop music, and we had girls coming out too doing their thing. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So we miss Katy, and y'all wanted her to kind of go back to that hippie, hoppy sound and a camp, and she didn't do that. So I feel like y'all didn't like that era because y'all wanted Katy Perry, and she gave you Catherine. And then even in Smile, like, yeah, she had the pop anthems and stuff like that, like the Never Really Overs and the Smile. Yeah, I'm grateful. Snatch that, baby, I'm thankful. Like, like, gotta keep that smile. Like, I love that song, by the way. I love it. Y'all said that song was tired. I love that song. Maybe it sounds like a gospel song to me. Not like a gospel song, but it kind of has that. I don't know. Whatever. But Smile was her talking about being a mother, being happy in her life, and everything else. And y'all still didn't live for that either. So to me, I don't know like what y'all live for. Like, I don't know what y'all want, what y'all live for. Like, Katy Perry has tried to be different. Maybe not completely different. She didn't take like a shift like Miley Cyrus, or she wasn't as innovative as Gaga, and then try to like move like push the envelope like Beyonce and other girls. But Katy Perry tried her best to be different. I think Katy Perry, like what we love her for and what we know her for and what got her successful is the camp stuff and all the extra stuff. And when she tried to change, I didn't like that because she changed. And I don't feel like she even changed drastically, but y'all like the change. I mean, I didn't like the change, but now y'all saying y'all want change. So it's just like, I don't know. I think I just want Katy Perry to kind of like pop it on the handstand, like I said in my Woman's World reaction video. Y'all want to pop it on the handstand. Y'all want her to kind of do like the Bon Appetit music, and I don't think she wants to do that. I think, and to be honest with you, Katy Perry has not fully like dive into this. Like, I feel like, yes, we have Walking on Air and we have some of these like just a few dancey records, but Katy Perry have never really like fully tapped into like dance, pop, EDM, house, get up, throw your hands up in the air like you don't care. It's more so like poppy radio friendly anthems, and and uplifting songs, and this is a part of me, and I'm wide awake from it from now, like it's all of that. It's it's never really like, it's not, she don't have those like she don't really have too many Stupid Loves and too many like Born This Ways and too many like the Theme Monster era, like with like the like the Alejandros and like all of them, like she don't have too much of the Just Dance and the Poker Face and all of that type of stuff. She don't have too many of those things. So I feel like this is like the era to really fully get into, like, she's tapped into it, but this is the era to really fully get into the dance sound. Like I feel like like this EDM house happy music, and I feel like not for nothing, what inspired her was when she did the whole when I'm gone, I'm not really, really gone. You think you moving on. Like, bro, y'all stop playing. My girl got bops. Katy Perry got bops. When she did that with Alesso, and then she did the Z song, the 365 song, yeah. Like, my girl was really taking it, like, up, not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think she kind of got into, like, the house and EDM stuff, and she ate 365 should have been a bigger record, and When I'm Gone should have been huge, too. They were here, but they were in the air like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were here, but they were in the air, you know? Like, she should have had, like, I don't know, like, she really could have, like, really, like, gagged alive with those songs, but she didn't. But I feel like while working with Alesso, and I don't know if I'm saying his name right, I think his name's Alesso, and then working with Zed, I feel like that made her inspired to kind of come back with, like, an EDM pop house, like, not pop, because she always does pop, but, like, house, Euro pop, dance, EDM music. I feel like that's what inspired that. And I feel like she's doing a good job at it. Women's World, I know it was contradicting because it was talking about femininity, and y'all felt like that she was catering to white feminists and women, and just trying to come back and have sympathy so people can support her music. But then she worked with Dr. Luke, who has a bad history with women, and y'all felt like she was like a walking contradiction to herself. I get all of those things, and y'all feel like it was kind of like a cliche song and just a way to find a hit. It wasn't done with with authentic intentions. I get that. But I feel like Woman's World was not that trash. Like, yeah, the lyrics was corny, but it wasn't that trash. Like, we all have a little basic bubblegum pop, low down. That's what pop music kind of is. Some people like Madonna and Gaga and them were elevated. Rihanna did a good job, in the house and dance field, when she was doing the EDM stuff too. But pop music, if you're not really like one of them alternative girls that really get into the writing, like Billie Eilish and them, like, and Taylor Swift, who's always talking about being broken, and like, I don't know, I love this for Katy Perry. I like this. I like this type of music. Like, Lifetime's better than the Woman's World. I'll tell you that right now. Lifetime's a better song. The only thing that I will say, like I said, was repetitive, and I wish he had more like verses, but phenomenal song. Um, I know you feel it. Can you believe it? I'm gonna love you to the end and then repeat it for life, for life, for life. I love it. Like, I love you for life, lifetime. I know you feel it. Can you believe it? Love the song. I'm gonna love you. I love it. Like, it's a bop. Like, it's good. Like, I like it. You know what I'm saying? So, because like I feel like all of this sad music and depressed. I feel like after 2020 we kind of went through a recession, COVID, pandemic, everything. Like, I want up tempo happy. That's why I love Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa's my girl, and y'all play on Radical Optimism's like time. Like, y'all play on Radical Optimism's bop too much. But whatever. That album kind of came and went. I haven't really been streaming it a lot too, so I'm not gonna act like it's just y'all. I don't know, like, it's not future nostalgia, but it was good enough. I think I did my reaction to that, right? I think I reviewed that. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't like anything that was groundbreaking or innovative for her. Like, the way future nostalgia was kind of like a cultural reset for her. But it was good enough. Like, it wasn't a bad album, and I don't think any of three of her albums are bad actually. Because some people tell you her best album is the first one, the Dua Lipa Subtitle. But some people might argue and say obviously it's nostalgia, future nostalgia, because of how nostalgic it is, but mixed with new music. And it was like a pop perfection album that came out in the time we needed it, because it came out in COVID, whatever. But like, Dua Lipa has 3 out of 3 good albums. You can argue which one is better, but you know what I'm saying. But y'all playing on top of that. But that's a different story for a different day. I will be doing like a whole like celebrity unpopular opinions and where people's at and what I think about certain things or whatnot, and we will come and talk more. I'll find a day to do that, but let's just focus on Catherine Elizabeth Hudson. But I like this for Catherine. I like the up tempo stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lifetimes is a vibe. It's a good song. The video was basic. Her, like I said, twirling around, prancing around town. Don't really care for Ray. And I heard she might be getting sued because she didn't ask permission to film around that area, and she did. And I think there was some things that they didn't like in the video. I don't know, but until that story develops, whatever. But I like the song. I like the record. The record is good. It's fire. It's just it's too repetitive, and it needed more verses or a verse or another verse. But it's a good song. I like the song a lot, and I just feel like y'all just harsh on Katy Perry. So I'm glad she's getting her Vanguard Award to show you guys why she really is that girl. I feel like this generation, like, the attention span is just kind of like here and there, and it's in and out, and people don't respect people who was here before. I understand people outgrow people, and I think we just didn't really grow up. I think we grew up with Katy Perry, but we didn't we're not grown up with her now. Like I feel like we're not where she's at now. We're not there no more. I feel like people are kind of over this sound, and like I feel like this whole dance and house. Like some people do house, like Beyonce did it and she survived because she does Beyonce and the Beehive go hard and Beyonce everything she do is innovative to the industry. Like so she can find the song is innovative. Like and as she should because Beyonce's very iconic and she's that girl and she's pushed the envelope and try different things. Even if it don't work, she tries it because she wants to be different and she wants to like set trends and be like add to her legacy. And so I understand that. I think she definitely brought house back to a different level. But this house, dancey, EDM, up tempo sound, people want to make these sad pop alternative songs like what Billy and Olivia and Taylor Swift do. People like those type of music. Sabrina gave you guys a little nasty, thinking about me, thinking about you, and then sweet, I guess so. Espresso's a bop too, you know what I'm saying? But y'all like this sad music, and I will get into that in my little long video rant about what's going on in like the pop music right now and pop culture. Let me say not pop because we're gonna talk about hip hop too, but I don't know. Um, I don't know. But anyways, like that's my take on this. I got more to say. I like this, Katie. I like this song. I don't know. They hating on you, Katie. I like this. I'm glad you getting the Vanguard Award because you deserve this. I'm just sad that your songs are not really charting and doing extremely well because you deserve that also. But I mean, the kitty cats just need to kind of like come to the front of the congregation and support the girl. That's all. That's it. But